Oh, alright, and we're back at it again. One more time, because as of recording, the new war launch is in 2 days, so I'm just gonna get everything done today. I'm gonna do the rest of the quest replays I was planning on doing today, so that I can rest tomorrow. And then I'm gonna end up streaming the new war day of. So, gonna be a busy week. So we left off with the sacrifice in our quest replay journey. Got our Excalibur Umbra. I also forgot to show this off at the end of the last stream. The Soma Cord. I basically got it looping Second Dream, This Is What You Are, to take its pain away. Just because I think it's really good ambient music usually, for the most part. This like really upbeat part of This Is What You Are, it's not really what I'm here for when I'm in the orbiter, but either way. And the other thing I wanted to mention before we get started on today's lineup, a thought I had towards the end of the sacrifice. This is going to sound really corny and conceited, but the line from Ballas of the Tenno were able to look inside this ugly, twisted thing and take away its pain. Having been around this game since the open beta launched, technically being a founder because I've got the Hunter emblem to prove it, because I bought into the Founders program, albeit at a low level. And knowing what I know about like the history of like Dark Sector to Warframe and how they were rejected, like their tech demo that they'd worked all very hard on was rejected by every major publisher that they were working with at the time, and they were basically forced to make Dark Sector, which was a, you know, kind of vastly inferior, sort of like Resident Evil Gears of War's clone. And then they went on their own to do Warframe as a free-to-play thing. There's a part of me that hopes that there's like a metatextual element of like the Tenno, the player base, seeing into what Warframe was at the closed beta, which was a very different thing. A much more bare bones thing. This unusual, you know, very much work in progress thing, but still a passion project for them. And bought into it, and you know, helped make it what it is, and helped it reach this stage of things. I feel like we as players did. And I hope that there is a metatextual element of, I don't know, not gratitude, but like rapport. That's something that kind of struck me whenever I listened to that line. It's that it's not just the operator seeing into Excalibur Umbra, it's the player base seeing into Warframe, especially as it started. And helping make it whole. I have a great love of this game. I really can't hide it anymore. It's rather personal to me. So I'm excited. I mean, I'm still, you know, cognizant that it is a product made by a company trying to make money. And that my, you know, whatever attachment I have to it absolutely plays more into their hands than I could ever possibly be rewarded by it. And I don't, you know, I try not to let myself buy into everything, you know. I've played this game very much off and on, you know, 3 months off, play for a month, another 3 months off. That's kind of how I've gone. I haven't been super dedicated. But I have collected a lot of stuff. And, yeah, the story being told here, the narrative being told here is something I have very much a personal investment in. So, yeah. I think that has come across from the stream so far, is that I've taken a lot of care to not shatter the narrative over my knee too much, by virtue of it being a game. Anyway, let's get started. We left off with the sacrifice, which was kind of the last bit about Nata and the sentience and Balos we'll get for a little while. And I've been going in sort of like chronological release order instead of like the order in which you might encounter them as a new player. Partially to put into context what comes next after the sacrifice, which is very much a low point, especially like going from Chains of Harrow, Apostasy Prologue, Sacrifice. This is a low point in the narrative. This is a depressing moment. We've dealt with like horror elements and spooky elements and people in, you know, incredible pain and suffering, to like having our own support structure uprooted and then questioning everything we know and trying to figure out, you know, the pain that this whole war has wrought across generations, and having, you know, seeing things turn against us that we normally trusted. And then came Vox Solaris. Let's go to Fortuna. Obviously, if we're going to go here, we need to...
I, Nathaniel, with the will of the void, have turned this wasteland into a paradise of profit. Soon, I will perform another miracle. The resurrection of the final dormant Coolant Tower. Praise be the void.
Anyway, we can't go to Fortuna and not see the intro, right?
Sons and daughters, hide the heart of who we are, making peace to build a future, strong, united, working till we fall. The air and water flowing hard, the land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming. Feel the weight of what we owe. This, the song of sons and daughters. I, the heart of who we are. Making peace to build a future. Strong, united, working till we fall. And we all lift. And we're all adrift together. Together. Through the cold mist, till we're lifeless together, together.
And I'm saying what a kind of emotional coup it is to, at sort of the lowest point of the main quest, introduce this song in this community of we all live together, and it's this inherently sympathetic group of workers indebted to the corpus and trying to make the best of what they can with what they got. This quest normally starts with talking to Yutiko to initiate it, but we're just gonna skip that step and go here. Hello, Thursby.
If you need scrap and a snap, just talk to your junkyard diplomat. That'd be me, Thursby, Thunderstruck, Short on Pluck, down in his luck, whatever. Tell me you want to buy something. Please. I need this. Yutiko sent you? A tenno? To help meet me quota? Well, B. You know, you could buy some scrap, but if you really wanted to help, you could source me some supplies. Something I can sell. Not this garbage. I know where the taxman keeps the good stuff. If you're up for that sort of thing, boss, head topside.
Larger seed makes for a larger harvest. It just makes sense.
She means well. Don't want to see nothing bad happen to us workers, but there was a time she had another name. Vox Solaris. The voice of the resistance. The voice of Solaris United. She stood up for us. Said how wrong this all is. She always said Solaris United was all of us. But it weren't nothing without her. When the trouble happened, Neff did try to identify her. What he did to the others. What happened on deck 12. She's always been kind to me. What happened to them was never her fault.
Be on the lookout for non-accurate reports earn substantial rewards.
Can I swap channels here? No? Okay.
When my parents passed, I inherited their debt, and boy were they owing deep. Can't work to pay it off, because I ain't got no augmentations, and I can't buy augmentations on account of all my debt. Vicious cycle, right? So, here I am, selling useless scrap at the edge of a coolant canal.
Alright then. Oh boy, yeah. Gee, you think a story about people living in interminable cycles of debt might appeal to me as someone who, went to a fancy private college and got way too deep into debt? Nah.
You ever been out on the Vallis, boss? She's a miracle, she is. A blizzard in a firestorm. All thanks to the magic of rebooted Oregon tech. and the blood and the sweat of so many thousands of Solaris. But you know what Yuriko always says. She says,
Welcome to Venus. It'll kill ya. Thursby, what's going on? You keeping your nose clean?
I need something I can sell, you know? Spare parts, quality merchandise, see? I know where the Corpus drops supplies. You can get in and out before anyone catches wind of what we're up to. Yuriko? Sure I am. Just giving a tour to my shiny boss here, you know? Earning a wage any way I can.
Alright then, Thursby. Just don't let this outworlder get you into trouble.
So there's a bit of a spoiler here because I've maxed out my standing with Fortuna and Solaris. Most of the heads of everyone, of the major NPCs you talk to, they're all replaced with, you know, robotic optics. But they have these chest storage containers, and those contain their actual heads that they keep hidden until you are at top standing with everyone. So you're gonna see that. That's a bit of a spoiler. I was wondering if that was gonna be the case. So that's gonna look weird, but
Sneak and peek, boss. Crates full of the good stuff should be nearby.
alright, gotta look around for crates. Always my favorite of these.
Outstanding! If we had the old Yuriko, we'd be taxing taxmen on the regular. What else can you find?
Time to search around basically blindly. I'm never much good at these. Ah, there we go.
Amazing! With this haul, won't be just my debts getting paid off. You're gonna make more than one Solaris happy today, boss.
Ah, there we go.
Unbelievable! Why stop here? With your power, we could hit Neff hard. Make him pay for all he's done to us. Blow up his precious coolant tower before he's even had a chance to show it off to his mucking board.
Thursby, what are you thinking? You're on an unsecured channel. You want a Corpus spy drone hearing what you're up to? Ah, muckers. Too late. Got no choice. Tenno, you got Thursby into this mess, so you can damn well help him out of it. Tenno, you're looking for the Corpus spy drone that overheard Thursby's little guided tour. Find the drone before it reports back to Central. The drone is nearby. Ground it. And I'll see if I can still hack one of these things. Hold on, Tenno. It's been a while since I did this. Now, where is that recording of Thursby? They'll wreck that drone rather than let it go, obviously. So, you know, stop that.
Come on down. No worries. Just a few at a time. Why not? Stole this rocket launcher off of a Kuba Lich. Pardon. I'm killing them so fast they don't have enough time to put down like a reinforcement beacon to summon more, you know, slightly faster reinforcements.
Corpus are legging it. Take out as many as you can. Keep them quiet. Well, well, well. You're a bright spark and no mistake. Could have used you back in the... Don't let me catch you running more missions for Thursby, understood?
Well, all's well that ends well, right? How's it going, Thursby?
Hi, boss. Yuko says that if I try anything like that again, she'll rip me arms off herself. But, look at this! Yesterday, didn't have enough lucre to stay at a repo. Now, I got what I need to open my own shop. Get me head out of the red. All I need is a ripe hook. Something to set old Thursby apart. Something memorable. Oh, almost forgot. Biz heard of what you did. Said he wanted to speak with you. Lower parts, get a head start. If you're building a cart with Thursby... No? I need to work on that one.
Talk to the business. Hello, the business.
Ah, the Tenno Utico mentioned. How do you do, Outwelder? My mission is to conserve this region's unique species. You know, before the corpus drive them to extinction. I'm known as the business. Utico calls me Biz. I wasn't always about the preservation of life, more the strategic deletion of it. Conservation may be my calling now. The scales still require an occasional adjustment. Head to the Valis if you're looking for some work.
So yeah, the whole head crate thing. It's a bit more of a shock when, you know, you've only seen their robotic heads for a while and you're kind of wondering like, okay, what, you know, it's a whole thing where like they sell and, you know, loan out their body parts and organs to help pay off their debt. So they're not really allowed to use their heads, but they'll show them for you once you know, do enough for them and prove yourself.
Are you averse to getting your hands dirty? Send a message. I've learned that the head of the Corpus Repo Squad has made a hit list of indebted Solaris. Before his goons can do their thing, I've got a K-bomb with his name on it.
Biz! That's not what we discussed. Wait. There's a repo list? Who's on it? Crap. Okay, Fine. But we do this my way. No K-bombs. Had about enough mess for one day. We do this quietly, and maybe, just maybe...
Oh, quietly,
Ned doesn't
huh?
find out. Biz, you're nearing the secure area. Steal that list. Don't get noticed. If they destroy the data, we won't know who to hide from Neff's Reaper squad.
Right, well, all of my weapons are loud. All my weapons are really loud. There we go. So Octavia does have invisibility on if you can just kind of crouch to the melody. There we go.
Accessing the file. Okay. Okay. Gods. Biz, this says they're going after your field team. Today.
They're already overdue for a check-in. Outworlder, you need to find my team before Neff's Repo Squad does. They were in debt because they chose the calling of conservation over filling Neff's pockets. It seems like the preacher wanted to make a point. But this isn't the whole team. We need more info. Search the bodies.
Damaged. There's something in the buffer. We need to get it decoded before the device fails. Accessing buffer. Analyzing. Password. Hello. Buffer. Accessing final transmissions. Come on, final transmissions. I'm in. Taking a quick look around. Itinerary, patrol log, coordinates, reports, blah, blah, blah.
The survivors are being held nearby, awaiting processing. Unico, we don't have long.
This is the place. Find them. Not again. Listen, Sparky. I need you to get in there and get our people back. And you don't need to be nice about it.
Oh, I don't. Sweet.
Here come the taxmen.
Well, no need to be nice. Oh, that's satisfying. Just shooting a rocket launcher up at a dropship and it just goes boom. That's a rare pleasure. Oh, cool, they're dropping data keys just for me. Now you don't.
Tenno, did you think I didn't notice your little heist earlier? Quite a stunt you pulled with that young... what was his name? Thursby.
Oh no. Tenno, you have to get back here before they get to him.
Well, back to Fortuna.
Hi, fellas. That's me. Nah, you just missed him. No, I didn't do nothing. No, you don't understand. Stop.
Oh, that's distressing.
Yet such prophetess glory is within our grasp. But I can't get there without you, Fortuna. That is why I am so grateful that...
Thursby. I was supposed to protect him, and now he's in pieces. The medics aren't sure if they can stabilize him with so much missing. This was a mistake, letting you get involved. Why did I listen to Biz? Maybe it's not too late to impress Neff before his big unveiling. Appeal to his mercy. Show him what we can do. Get topside. I'll fill you in.
resurrect a dormant
Yeah, appeal to the big wig's mercy. Yeah, that should, yeah.
Neff's pushing ahead with activating that coolant tower, but it's not ready. My engineers need a mineral, amarest, to counter the inevitable heat cascade. I've marked an excavation site where you should find some. Bring it back, and maybe we stop the entire Valis from being bathed in slag.
A dancing Warframe? Yep, that's Octavia. My main.
Do you not understand? Nothing you do will make Neff kind. The more you give, the more he'll take. When you rise up, people get hurt. But if we let that fear divide us, it will only get worse. I saw a Utico I haven't seen for years back there. Fortuna needs that Utico back. We need Vox.
Not really a whole lot of defense on this frame, but crowd control with the resonator, distracting everyone's AI. Absolutely doable. Gotta give him power. You guys dropped it. There we go. Oh, no, you don't. Doing this on a hill is really interesting. Sorry. I don't think it'll ever get old for me.
should be enough. Get to the coolant tower before Neff turns on the juice.
Solaris, the investor showcase is tomorrow, and you lot still maintain the coolant tower is not ready. Have you no faith? My test run will commence now, and the board shall know it was I, Nathaniel, who brought the glory of the Oracle to life once more!
He's starting already? Neff's gonna trigger a heat cascade if he boots that coolant tower up without the Amarast. He's going to get us all killed. Hurry!
Solaris, why isn't it working? Fix this!
We're too late. Come back to Fortuna, Tenno.
Solaris, this disaster is your bumbling. Present me your floor boss.
I am. Floor boss, Utico, FB9. I take responsibility for this.
Finally, one of you shows some backbone. Floor boss, select 50 workers of low efficiency and have them in front of Fortuna for repo. Their upgrades I shall bequeath to Solaris of greater efficiency. And for the failures, brain shelving. Make your list. You have 1 orbit hour.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Utico, you're not going through with this.
Not now, Biz.
Collective. Lift together, punish together. If you lot continue...
Ever since Neff crushed Solaris United, killed my friends, I've focused on one thing. Keeping him happy. Thought it was the only way to keep people safe. It's not working. Biz is right. Someone needs to say something. Do something. Listen, you don't have to help. You can leave Fortuna and never come back. Wouldn't blame you. This isn't your fight. But, Sparky, Neff's massing his troops outside our doors, and you're the only thing standing between us and bloody oblivion.
Understand this, Solaris.
Knew I could trust you. Take this. There's a present in there for the mucking taxman. Why don't you deliver it to them?
1% harder. The answer is always yes.
Let's go. Let's get unionized, baby.
What are you trying to do, Utico? Buy him off? You've lost it.
Wait, where's my K-bomb?
Where's my 50 Solaris, Fortuna? You're wasting my time. Who do you think you are?
Hey there. How are you doing today?
Now, Sparky, get that case as close as you can to them. Now give him hell for Thursby.
We are the used, the mutilated, the indebted. We are Solaris, united. And this Tenno is our messenger. Hello, man. Solaris United. I know that voice. I killed that voice. You are a ghost. But I don't believe in ghosts. recognize the importance of our work. These are our demands.
I will find you.
Oh,
Whoever you are, you don't know what hell you've brought upon your people.
well, if it ain't the world boss.
Sparky, not worth it. Get back in here. Neff won't risk destroying Fortuna with that orb. We've bought the time we need.
Anyway, goodbye.
That's right. Scuttle back to your hole. I'm going to replace the lot of you with Moas. In the meantime, Prophet Taker here will make sure you stay good and planted.
I owe you an apology, Udi. And if you see Vox, pass along my thanks.
No, Biz. Thank you for not giving up on me. We all live together.
And we will. We just poked a Kubradon, and if we don't show him who's in charge, we're lunch.
Sparky, Solaris United's just getting started. Neff won't want us messing with his investor showcase. He's planted that orb mother out there to make sure we stay in here. But now is the time to press for leverage. Head to the surface when you're ready. I've arranged a little something for you.
All I have to do is go out there and shoot things, so yeah, by all means.
Roki lent us her personal K-Drive. Fastest board in the Valis. See if you can't slip right past that spider mama.
Ooh, skateboarding, yes, by all means.
Hit the accelerator, Sparky. No hope of outgunning that orb.
Oh yeah, it is kind of hard to get up a high trick score with the basic.
If you want one, see Roki when this is all over. Right now, we got a job to do.
With the basic K-Drive. Unmodded.
You made it. Time to give Neff a taste of repossession. Patch me into the coolant tower's control system.
Corpus engineers! What's going on down there? I've lost control of the coolant tower. The investors are watching. Acknowledge.
You never had control, Nathaniel. This tower is Solaris United property. We deal with it as we please.
You weasels picked the wrong day for collective bargaining. Corpus kill squads, converge on the control cluster at once. Investors! Everything is under control!
Let's turn up the heat on Neff.
Are you freeloaders trying to damage my coolant tower? Oh, of course. All your groveling has moved the bleed-hard Tenno to come to your aid.
No matter. My kill squads will carry you all swiftly to the void.
You have been warned. Say goodbye to your precious terraforming project.
Investors! Enjoy this display of security prowess. Rest assured your investment is protected. Solaris United, in the name of the Void, I command you to stop. You're putting my entire enterprise at risk.
Stop the repossessions. Acknowledge our work. Honor the age-old accord between Solaris and Corpus.
Actually starting to get through the shields a bit. I need to actually step up just a tad.
Blow that power, and you'll destroy Fortuna.
Your friendship is what dies with us, Nathaniel. And we know that to men like you, poverty holds a greater dread than death.
Wait. Fine. I'll halt the repossessions. Is that what you want? Stop this.
Never forget, Solaris make the Valors work. No Solaris, no Valors. Do we have an understanding?
Yes. I understand.
All I needed to hear. Sparky, drop the Amarast in. Fingers crossed this even works.
Investors, please! I swear! The system works. This is just a minor hiccup. Some minor labor relation issues to deal with. Understand, right? Right? Where are you going?
The heat cascade is dissipating. Readings returning to normal. That did it. Well then, Sparky. Looks like SU is back. Only a matter of time. If it wasn't me, someone else would have done it. Meanwhile, you come see me anytime. Solaris United's got plenty of work for you.
Ah, collective bargaining, gotta love it. By collective bargaining, meaning either we live or you go poor, so. And as for Thursby,
One found family didn't make it out. First time Solaris U got stomped. I know Yutiko reckons it's her fault, but I don't see it that way. She's done right by me, the way I see it. She and Zood, they're my family now. Need anything?
He's legs now.
Just like that.
Hey, Mr. Gunny. Anyway, that'll be it for Vox Solaris. Another quest down. Oh. So. Oh, we got inbox. Alright, that unlocks the Wave Rider. But I've already done that, and that's the K-Drive quest to get Yareli, so which I already got. So we're gonna go on to the next more relevant one that you actually have to complete to get to New War, and that's gonna be Rising Tide. And for that, we're going to need to go to the Clan Dojo, and it's Dry Dock. Dave's Discount Ninja and Stabist Convention, the Loading Ready Run clan. This is what I'm in.
Tenno, I am Cephalon Psi. You will refer to me as such. The sentient threat has learned from past defeat. Reforming, rebuilding. We must rebuild to contain that threat. We will reconstruct an old war-era Sigma Series Railjack.
Ignore that.
Railjack requires a viable command Cephalon. I am not a viable command Cephalon. I will identify a viable replacement. But first, recover the wreckage. Then, assembly. Return to your orbiter.
Ignore that there. We're replaying this quest. I've already built it, but we're gonna go through the motions to, you know, pretend to rebuild this thing again. But yes, we're gonna have a big ship for ship combat.
Will not recover itself. Coordinates marked. Faint void drive traces in proximity. Locate and mark for recovery.
Don't mind me coming through. Yep. Don't mind me. Hey, look at that. It's a big ol' wreckage.
Fuselage from the Vidar School. Stay in close proximity while I scan it.
Oh, by the way, this gun I'm shooting now, it's a kit gun I built at Fortuna. Well, with some infested parts from a later place, but you know.
To resume scan.
But fitting enough.
Scan interrupted. Maintain proximity to objective.
Oh, I gotta stay here? Alright.
Drones have established a dampening field. Eliminate them to resume scan. Return to objective.
No, I got it.
Confluence aggregator roasted. Something has nested in the fuel intakes. Astral frame integrity 87%. Component viable. Cephalon Ortis. Rendezvous with Tenno at extraction point.
One down, probably another 2 to go. These busy work missions tend to come in 3s. Fuselage.
Tenno, you are needed in the dry dock.
Alright, I can just fast travel there. Wait, we have Event Kids Bash Lab? What?
I have not seen a Railjack in some time. I remember. Orkin Outer Terminus positions have fallen to the sentient armada. Our orders: behead the fleet. My crew: Sukin, Crody, Zada. There are none finer. We are family. We will stop this war in its tracks. We are the Orkin Empire's best hope. We were. There is work to be done. This fuselage requires repair. Fuselage restoration complete.
Yeah.
Propulsion
We're gonna skip
section
that step.
located. Earth's forests. Beware of hostiles.
You have to contribute resources and wait to repair each of the components, you know. It's, and the costs I'm told are less now than they were on release, which were
Our enemy
significant.
rebuilds itself ceaselessly. We must have that Railjack.
Just a second, I'll be back in just a minute.
Void contamination points to bleed out from Railjack catalytic artery. Locate and assess.
Apologies. There's this sound I had to investigate, and I think someone's hammering something in the next house over, so that's fun.
Propulsion systems, the most advanced ever produced. Scanning. Remain in proximity. Neutralize all hostiles. Perimeter breached. Clear them out to resume scan.
Very happy I got the napalm mod for this thing.
Interference drones. We have
Music for my ability sounds familiar. That would probably be because it's a recreation of Megalovania. Because I'm that asshole.
back to work. Let us get this over with. Perimeter breached. Scan interrupted. We do not have time for this. Scan baffled by interference drones. Destroy them. Drones down. Back to it. Orgone accumulator. Blown. Etheric condenser. Vaporized. Viable.
Well, it's technically coming from inside the game itself, but it's from basically a MIDI synthesizer built in to Octavia's abilities that actually impact how her abilities work. We have the percussion, the mallet. We have the resonator, the bass line, and we have the metronome, the melody, and an amp to just increase the damage of everything. Octavia, one of my favorites. And I programmed Megalovania into it. You can program a fair number of songs.
You are needed in the dry dock.
It's sort of, you have a very kind of limited space to work with, only a limited number of note spaces, and you can really do with it. But yeah, I managed to sneak a Megalovania onto there.
Void engines. Void engines. Zada dances our ship through forward lines. Crody identifies and prioritizes targets. Sukin's turrets track and terminate. Our reputation is earned. Our objective, a Turaga-class worm ship. Zada plots an arc. We accelerate. Ancient history. The dead have no needs. The living require that propulsion system. Propulsion restoration
Yeah,
complete.
just gonna skip that step.
Void breach residue identified on Lua. Probable nacelle location. Recover if viable.
I do like Cephalon Psi.
Tenno, that wreckage will not recover itself. Coordinates marked.
There's port nacelle. There's gonna be a starboard nacelle as well. So,
Railjack
4 of
nacelle
these.
nearby. Locate and assess.
They make you really work for this one because this, unlocks a whole new dimension of gameplay. And here's that music room again. No, not the music, not specifically the music room, but it's one of the puzzle rooms.
Side nacelle. Soon better days. Scanning. Eliminate interference. Interference drones. We have work to do.
You don't say.
Back to work. Let us get this over with.
You don't say.
Perimeter breached. Scan interrupted.
I'm working on it.
Do not have time for this.
You are telling me.
Drones have established a dampening field. Eliminate them to resume scan. Boom. Drones down. Back to it.
Let me guess, we hit 90% in one more round of drones, right? Yup.
Scan baffled by
Oh, hey.
interference drones.
Hey, conculists.
The sentient has adapted to your image. Surprise them with something new.
Also, the synthesized Lotus. That I've turned off creator mode because we've gotten past that particular spoiler.
Return to objective. Perimeter breached. Clear them out to resume scan. Fire.
And done.
Tagging for retrieval. Extract.
Grab that tiny bit of endo. Because every bit counts. Endo is like my big bottleneck right now.
Wreckage recovered. Proceed to the dry dock. Zana plots a data-gathering lab around the worm ship. Sukin targets exposed launch orifices. Power redirects to the Tunguska capacitor. With a pull of the trigger, we will end this. The moment arrives. The moment arrives. Tenno, my precepts. I am not a viable command cephalon. I will continue my search. Continue repairs.
Alright, and repaired.
Port side nacelle restored. She is coming together. Next site, Venus.
It's been a while since I replayed this one.
Our enemy rebuilds itself ceaselessly. We must have that Railjack.
I forgot how many of the busy work quests there were in this one.
Starboard nacelle located. You need this.
Oh wait, was that a... Is this a codex fragment I haven't scanned? Nope. We're good. Nope, not that way. Ah, boy, oh boy, here we go. Alright.
Starboard nacelle. Best in class. Scanning. Sights up. Safety's off.
Luckily, I really only have 2 angles to cover here.
Have established a dampening field. Eliminate them to resume scan.
Goodbye.
Drones down. Back to it.
Like, I think the thing I like about Cephalon Sai is like he's very, like, he's got this no-nonsense attitude most of the time, but then he just says boom or something like that. Very sort of like action movie kind of style dialogue. Just kind of like deliberately incongruous out of nowhere. And especially in that like sort of like robotic deadpan. I think it's a good style for a character, especially for this kind of thing.
Destroy them.
Make you walk away from this one. Ah, Vombalist, good. Good. Vombalist's good. I'm misplacing my S's.
It has developed immunity to your attacks. Try something different.
I got it. Got sentience blocking us. You really don't want us to get this thing, huh? One thing at a dang time.
maintain proximity to
I got it. I got it.
integral fission tanks rupture. Otherwise, fine. Cephalon Ortis has been signaled. Proceed to extraction. Tenno, your assistance is required in the dry dock. Precepts. Complete the mission. Preserve the crew. Tunguska capacitor charged. Sukin pulls the trigger. Nothing happens. Zada reports engines offline. Shields offline. Weapons offline. Personal lights flash on as the first missiles hit. I watch as Sukin, along with his gunnery chair, is sucked into the infinite. I watch as the port nacelle detonates. We are spinning. Zada calls for assistance. I am silent. Proteus attempts to save our engines proves fatal. I watch as he is engulfed in flame. Zada is alone at the helm. She beholds the distant flash of torpedo tubes. She says my name. The viewplate blossoms. She ceases to exist. Starboard nacelle reinforced. Soon, cognitive geometries will self-assemble. She will live. But not yet. Transferring tail section data to your orbiter.
One more. 5 parts. Hey, oh boy. Replaying it puts it in stark relief, doesn't it?
Ceaselessly. We must have that Railjack.
It was initially designed around, like, repairing, taking tons of resources and, like, 24 hours to repair one part. So each time you did this, it was like, alright, yes, we're doing it. We're doing the next thing.
High probability of Railjack tail section nearby. Clear out hostiles and mark for retrieval.
Alright, one more round of Corpus and Sentience. The grind's gone? Well, I'm replaying it, so it's been shortened a lot by that. But they have also reduced the resource requirements and build times by a fair bit since release. So, no and yes.
Tail section intact. Limiter breached. Scan interrupted. We do not have time for this.
But yeah, the initial grind was kind of geared towards, very much towards existing players who had a lot of stockpile. And less towards, you know, new players being able to engage in the hot content incoming.
Try something different.
So yeah, they've cut it down a fair bit.
Scan cannot continue until the area of operation is clear. Get on it.
I'm getting on it. I'm on it as we speak, Sai. Oh, that's a lot.
We have work to do.
Alright, got that one.
Drones down. Back to it. Coastal stabilizers. Salvageable. Cogitators. Viable. Marking for recovery.
And that should hopefully be it, unless there's a 6th section I'm forgetting.
Tenno, your assistance is required in the dry dock.
All right. One more time.
Railjack. Sigma series. Top of the line. Crew. 4,890 confirmed kills. Complete the mission. Preserve the crew. 13 system-wide errors. There were no errors. There was only me following my orders. In her final moment, I think Zara knew that. Precepts. Complete the mission. Preserve the crew. To complete the mission, the crew must die. To preserve the crew is to fail the mission. The crew exists to complete the mission. Therefore, I completed the mission. Why was I given those orders? You require a viable command, Cephalon. You understand why I am non-viable. Replacement Cephalon not yet located. A solution must exist. I will find it. Final component marked.
Sure enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm digging Sai's backstory here.
Builds itself ceaselessly. We must have that Railjack.
At least this is confirmed, the final one. But yeah, they really stretched this out.
Howling identified. Visual verification required. Move in.
Sure, why not? We've entered the part where I just have stopped having any kind of restraint and I'm just rocketing everything I see. I don't care if I'm over-leveled for this mission, I just want it done. But this should be the last time we do this whole, like, scanning defense thing.
Engine Howling. You know what to do.
Sentient fighters can adapt to your attacks. Hit them with something else.
Scan baffled by interference drones.
Baffled is an interesting word choice, and I kind of love it. The technical term, baffled.
Return to objective. Drones have established a dampening field. Eliminate them to resume scan. Drones down. Back to perimeter reached. Clear them out to resume scan.
At this point in the game, you're starting to... Whenever you're doing quests, you're starting to encounter sentients with some regularity.
Interference drones detected. Scan interrupted.
So you're starting to get used to, like, using void damage to overcome their damage resistance, and
Back to work.
building your weapon stronger so that you have more varied damage types and just more overwhelming damage in general. They're still, like, more of a pain than your average enemy, but
Integrity within required tolerances.
damage resistance is starting to become more of a
Cephalon orders. Time for pickup.
standard feature of, like, the big important enemies. So just like, well, you can't just rush it down, you need to figure out the trick first, or, you know, change up your damage or something like that. Which I suppose is, like, sort of good long-term training in a sense.
Wreckage recovered. Proceed to the dry dock.
This is it. I mean, it better be it, but just a second.
All known cephalons surveyed. None conform to tactical parameters. None possess necessary astrogation poetics. None possess a comprehensive warfighting database. Viable cephalons, nil. Work crews report tools down. Railjack structure complete. Structure reinforcement complete. Systems restoration complete. Your presence is required on the dry dock.
I'm here. Do you need me to like load out and load back in or what? Oh, finish repairs. There we go. This is my ship. This is a ship I've customized and...
A Railjack. Tenno, all records of my mission have been purged from the weave. Why, I do not know. I had a crew. I must accept sole responsibility for their deaths. Conclusion, I am non-viable. But I am the only Railjack-compatible cephalon. The sentients have almost rebuilt. Conclusion, I am, under the circumstances, a viable command cephalon. If you will have me.
Let's do this.
Understood. I will begin the process of integrating myself with the ship's systems. This may take some time. Commencing. You may now enter your Railjack.
What is a prime vault? Well... You know how there's, the Disney Vault.
War is a lifetime scholarship. The enemy, no finer teacher.
Basically, there's a lot of prime warframes and weapons, but a sort of finite amount of relics that can be used to roll for them. So some warframes and weapons get vaulted, so that they're only available for a limited time, and whenever they get unvaulted, they are temporarily available again. Right now, there's an event going on called Prime Resurgence, where all of them are available. So, yeah, primed items, like, you know, this is being Octavia Prime and whatnot. Anyway, so that's Rising Tide. And I think it would be remiss if I did not, you know, if I didn't take this for a bit of a joyride. I mean, let's be fair. We should do something with this. Nothing too complicated. put that there. Guys. Oh, you... Is that why that's there? Okay. Prime Warframes are an upgrade. They have slightly better stats and start out with more mod polarity slots. Or polarized mod slots. They're not like super necessary, but they are...
Crew, missile battery, standard out. If we do not dig the Grenier out now, they will reinforce, and then it becomes a whole other thing. Bogies on scope. Good hunting. Reading large translation signature. Crew ship. The enemy have reinforced. Enemy pilots are panicking. Keep it up. Enemy fighters are falling back. Good work. Crew ship has gone bye-bye.
So I have... One thing that wasn't initially available that is now available is having like an NPC crew that you can hire. And I have invested in that, and there's intrinsic skills and whatnot. Yeah, Sai just says bye-bye. He's very like that. But yeah, this is the Railjack game mode. You can be a pilot. You can get on the turrets. If you get damaged or if there are borders, you can just shoot around and repair damage here. And if you need more resources, you can craft them with the forge. It's been a little time since the Empyrean update came out, so there's been changes from the original, which have all been generally pretty good. Yeah, this... I have put a lot of time and work into making my Railjack absolutely top tier. Oh! And frankly, like, my equipment is too high level for this, area, but, you know, just here to kind of... Oh, you also use the Archwing to fly out and go places. Oh, I should also probably tell my engineer to get on the pilot seat for a bit. Because I'm going to need them to do some stuff while I'm in here. Hey everybody. Don't mind me.
There it is. Blast that radiator. Again.
Alright, they got it. Sometimes you have to go out and remind them to move. It's weird. At least once. Now they should get the second one, though.
Radiator exposed. Open fire.
Gotta wait for them to move around to it. There we go.
Opportunity. Core is exposed. Away crew. Wrecking time. Destroy marked components. rack they had. Target neutralized. Rainier forces routed from system. Missile battery rendered non-viable. Sector secured. Closing dossier.
Fact is, every stable foundry.
And that's, the Empyrean game mode, the Railjack in a nutshell.
Understood.
And yeah, you can just play co-op with 3 other people in a squad like this, all kind of taking roles and dealing with things in a sort of Sea of Thieves kind of way. I'm a big fan. Anyway, that'll do for Railjack stuff. Let's head back to the dock.
Tenno deployed.
Don't need this scrap. So yeah, Railjack. It's a lot of fun. I'm a big fan, and this stuff is going to be necessary for a new war. So I'm going to be very glad to have put in the time.
Tenno, hey!
A new day has dawned. Or daily reset, rather. Anyway, we still got a fair bit to go here, but I'm going to take a break. You know, kind of split this into 2 sessions of sorts. But before we do that, I need to show off sort of a cutscene. There's these sort of prologue to new war chapters. I can't quite replay these, but you get certain anti-sentient weapons from them. They're pretty short, but we can rewatch The Maker. However, I'm going to make sure I've got the Soma Core turned off before I do that, because I don't want that playing. Let's watch The Maker.
We're ready, Nata.
So quiet. So dark.
It only needs a voice, a spark.
But Mother,
Mother's gone. This is all that remains. But you have her fire. And more. You can finish what she started.
finish the war.
Bring peace. Bring purity.
On Lua, the Lotus, I attacked you.
You remember?
You died.
You don't remember everything then. Yes, your aphids wounded me, and our forces were depleting fast. I knew I had failed. Failed you, my sister. Failed our family. I had no choice but to retreat.
No. You were destroyed. The Tenno made sure of that.
You're still recovering. With all that the Makers did to you, it will take time to heal.
He is one of them, isn't he? A Maker.
Finish the war, Netar.
To be continued very soon. And with that, I too will go on a bit of a break. I need to eat food and whatnot. So I'll mute, stop the recording, go on an intermission, and I'll be back in a bit to replay the last few quests I have in mind. I'll be back pretty soon. Yeah, it might be like 10 or 15 minutes, but I'm just gonna get the rest done today. But for now, thank you, and I will be back soon.